Thank you, Subhajit. You presented your thoughts very beautifully. Our next participant is Miss Pavani Tuteja from SMBS.
Einstein rightly said, the nation will not change anyone who's doing evil, but it will be corrupted by those who do nothing watching them. A very warm good afternoon to each and everyone present here. I, Pavani Tuteja, will be talking about eradicating corruption and building a new India. India is the center of mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, architecture and engineering from a very prolonged time in history. But from the last 500 years, India has been the largest economy in the whole world, accumulating 27% of the world's whole GDP. But alas, this magnificent nation has lost its pride and stride because of the corruption and the internal struggles that are happening over the hundreds of years. In India, the humongous tree of corruption has found its roots in the very own opportunistic mindset of the common middle class man. This middle class man passes these values to its child at a very tender age, that he should study and strive, not in order to gain a very reputable job or to serve the country, but in order to get a good, secure, well-paid government job and entitling him or her to a prerogative known as Upar Ki Kamai. As the child grows, he sees his elderly falsifying the date of birth on the records of an institutional and falsifying the income and the caste certificates, milking loopholes. His very own psyche is imbibed with all these opportunism and guile. But then this common middle class man is also not responsible because he's the one at the receiving end of a system which is full of deceit and inefficiency, where he has to lock horns with the red tapeism and bribery on daily basis to meet his very rightful demands. He can teach his child honesty and dedication on the urge of exposing the gullible child to a reckless world where straight trees are cut first. In India, there have been hundreds and thousands of scams over the decades. The 2G spectrum scam, the coal allocation scam are just to name a few. The very crucial question that's arising right now is, how should we eradicate the corruption? The following points should be kept in mind and should be inculcated in each and every one of you if you want to build India a good nation. First, education. If we educate students rightly, then we can eradicate corruption. According to a survey which was conducted by the Corruption Perception Index 2016, Kerala is the least corrupt state because of its highest literacy rate. It is due to the unawareness on the subjects such as law, public rights that the unaware and the uneducated suffer the most out of the corrupt society. But if we are educated, we can run this country quite well. Second is individual contribution. Let me quote a famous dialogue of a movie, Rang De Basanti. There are only two ways to live life. One, whatever is happening, let it happen, and then you'll keep tolerating it. Second, if you want to change the nation, take responsibility of it. You can become the IAS, you can join the military forces or even the police forces and govern and run the governance. This India will change. We all will change it. Third, corruption treatment. There is an act known as the Act of Corruption, Prevention of Corruption Act 1988, which came into force on September 9th. But there is no use of it. Why? The reason is the weak actions and the proceedings takes lots of time, which gives the witness lots of time to make alterations. At the end, I would like to conclude by saying, corruption is the true enemy of development, and the only cure is transparency. The youth should take the responsibility to change the nation. Anti-corruption starts from you. Thank you.